Welcome back to the News from the Real World podcast. I'm Quinn.
I'm Jess.
I'm Jody.
And this week we're starting off with yet another list article.
Yet another list article. So, 8 new programs combine design, art, and technology. This is a student pick, which I was surprised by.
I was surprised by it too.
This is a student pick from the Tartan Online by Brian Trimboli.
Go CMU.
Go CMU. Propaganda at its best.
Oh, that's a cool article.
It is a cool
There's
article.
cool stuff happening on
Yeah, it's
campus.
a cool little graphic. It's great.
Yeah.
So basically this article is about these 8 new sort of collaborative programs designed to, the concept is that, we've taken the 100 faculty members.
English, Jody.
Words are hard.
I don't have spell check for my speech.
You don't. You don't have spell check for you.
Clearly. So anyway, the 100 select faculty members have taken the 8 things that CMU does best, and,
Do you think Peter Cook was one of the 100? He
It's
better
entirely
have
possible.
been.
It's entirely
He
possible.
better have been.
He better have been. Wouldn't it be he better have had been? Wouldn't that be better?
Yeah,
Article.
all right.
Anyway.
Article. Good.
So basically, there's these portal courses. So basically, we're combining, the creative arts and engineering. We'll funnel it down to the 2 things we do best, right?
Yeah.
Creative arts, engineering. We're gonna come up with 8 ways to combine them, and sophomores can, kind of try and get in, and they have to pass the portal.
Yeah.
To get through these courses, but the portal courses they deliberately set a low barrier so that they could promote diversity and get other people interested, and it's really great because it's for people like me who are computer dinosaurs to get into like a programming class designed to teach me how to computer program.
I love that you have to pass a portal. It sounds like there's a troll waiting there for you.
Dungeons and Dragons. I know. No, but this is and a lot of the comments were, overwhelming positiveness. This is a great opportunity. This is why I came to CMU. All these outlets for collaboration and cooperation and, learning from your peers is the best way to do it. And I share with you some of my strengths and you help me with some of my weaknesses. And
They tied in, too, with some of the new construction and reconfiguring of campus that's up and coming, too. I guess.
Yeah. But and think about it. The video games and the graphics, and there's all sorts of ways that they can capitalize on this. So I think it's really great. Jason Cohen, his comment.
Your brother?
No relation.
No.
No relation. His comment stands out to me. He says, however, the challenge with collaboration from different programs is that each program has their own unique work ethic. This sometimes can create problems in communication and in execution of projects. And I think he brings up an excellent point about it's not just about skills; it's about the culture of your sort of program. For us, it's nothing to stay up till 2 a.m. working on something that's gonna get torn down less than 8 hours later.
Right.
And I don't know. I'm not saying that they don't work that way on other sides of campus, but we don't
It's
know.
a hard-working campus.
It's a hard-working
across
campus.
the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, it's just a different culture.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Exciting new things happening at CMU. Well, this past week was the Super Bowl, in case you didn't know. And I had a little Super Bowl shindig, which you
It was fun.
you
Good
came
times.
to. Yeah, I don't have your number in my phone.
She has my number?
I would have invited you.
I sat down and watched Netflix all night because no one
should-
invited me
I
to their
wish you'd
Super
come
Bowl
to my
party.
Super Bowl party. Oh, sorry, Jess. We have to cross this Rubicon and exchange numbers. This article's on the
Now
the
all of the
tech.
podcast knows our social life.
the tech behind Super Bowl XL 48. Thank you. It's a
Roman
student
numerals
pick
are hard.
by George Winslow, Broadcasting Cable, and it's from c2meworld.com, student pick. And it's all about all the tech stuff that they pumped into the new Super Bowl. They had 2 centers of broadcasting, one in the heart of Manhattan in Midtown, and one at MetLife Stadium where they had the Super Bowl this year, just outside of New York and a little ways into New Jersey at the Meadowlands. And basically this year They had a bunch more cameras, a bunch ultra high def cameras, which I guess made it better for replay, so they could really slow down and get the best resolution on whether a foot was inbounds or out of bounds. Just a lot of bells and whistles this year in the Super Bowl. Did you think it translated to the broadcast?
To the broadcast? I guess. You know what? I think this Super Bowl was really boring compared to Super Bowls past.
It was just because the game itself was boring. It was over in the first play, essentially. Like you felt the momentum, first snap of the game, and Peyton Manning misses it, or it's mis-snapped to him, and the Seahawks led off the game right away, first play with a safety, 2 points up, and you just felt immediately, oh my god, this is a fast young team that's gonna decimate.
Yeah, but I mean, back to the article, we even said before we started taping, sorry guys, that this article is boring. We had an article a couple last semester sometime about technology about taping a Super Bowl, or not Super Bowl, taping a regular NFL Sunday, and that was far more exciting to me than this article was.
This article was a lot of just this new camera they're using and this new technology, which is great.
It made me think of how spoiled we are, honestly. What did they do? No, I'm serious. They made it seem like it's so necessary. We need this ultra technology to decide if this foot was in or out. What did they do 70 years ago when they were playing football? They didn't have this thing. It had to rest it more.
The refs made the call.
It works. Yeah. It's a big money machine. Do you know what the average person spent on concessions at the Super Bowl at MetLife Stadium this year?
At least
I don't
$100.
know.
It was $92.
I mean, you got the food, you got the beer, you got the merchandise,
and they were $18 for a beer.
Wasn't it? You were telling me Super Bowl Sunday is the number 2 food day in this country.
Yeah.
Number 2 to
I was gonna say Thanksgiving.
Number 2 to Thanksgiving, exactly.
Yeah,
wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
But think about it. If you're hosting a Super Bowl party, you probably spent $92 on food, right? Or
maybe
about
not $60.
Yeah,
beer and food. Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Amar R says, I knew a lot went into big sports games, especially the Super Bowl, but I just never realized just how big it is. Wow! Exclamation point. They are definitely going all out. I would to help run it one day. I think is what he meant to write. One thing that definitely makes sense is the fact that they aren't using new, untested, barely used technology, because if they did and something failed, the world, or at least the USA, might just end. That's right. Is it Amar? You're absolutely right. And that was one point the article made, is that I guess over the course of the season they'd been trying out some of those technologies so they could really go all out with it.
Well, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't want to start something you've never
You don't
tested
wanna-
before.
Yeah.
Super Bowl
It's
Sunday.
a machine and it's well oiled. They
Too
didn't
much
want another
pressure.
fiasco like last year with
Oh,
the
that was
lights
so
going out.
funny.
The stakes are too
Yeah.
high. Oh my god, that was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, moving on to King Kong.
King Kong.
Travesty heading to Broadway at the
No,
Foxwoods
it's not
Theater.
heading to Broadway. It's stomping on to Broadway in December. Producers say, "I did it." The article name.
I see what you did there.
This is a student pick from NewYorkTimes.com by Patrick Healy. Producers. At the end of the article, it says, producers say that plans are not confirmed at this time. But the entire article was about the producers are saying it's coming to Broadway. At the end, it said, producers will not confirm this. So, is it actually coming? Do we know? Have they decided? Regardless, it's opening at the Foxwoods Theater in December. It's taking over after Spider-Man.
That's the biggest theater on Broadway.
It's currently running in Melbourne,
42nd
and
Street.
it is a $30 million production where it is right now. It is, there's King Kong, the main character, is played by a 20-foot tall puppet robot. It's rigged from the ceiling, or from the grid, with robotic arms.
Huge steel cables.
Huge! And it's got robotic arms, but it's also a puppet with 10 circus performers acting as the limbs, or controlling the limbs. It was not very clear on that, but yeah. King Kong on
What'd you think of the
Broadway?
picture? What'd you guys think?
That picture reminded me not of Broadway. Not Broadway.
No.
I have two initial reactions to this, and that is one, we just have this integrative design arts and technology program here at CMU. Let's get some of those robots over here now.
That's right.
Dress them up. Dress them up.
This could
Put
be
them on-
part of
put them
next
in the-
season. It's
put them
not
in
too
the-
late, Peter. Put
Is it
King
the
Kong on the
Chosky?
slate in the
Is it-
Chosky.
Is it just me, or is originality like a thing of the past at this
No,
point?
it's
Like
a money
every
thing.
single thing
Yeah.
that's been on Broadway is something that's been done before.
Yeah,
something that's
this
been
is a
remade.
known commodity. Like, oh,
But money,
King Kong has
let's talk
name
about the
recognition.
scale of relativity. A film, an independent film, is a film that costs less than $30 million. Juno,
Yeah.
if you guys remember that movie, Juno, was $28 million, and that was considered an independent picture. All those stars, Jason Reitman, no, it was an independent picture at $28 million. And here, this is a hugely expensive Broadway show
Yeah.
at $30 million.
I guarantee you it'll be more expensive in New
And
York.
they're saying,
for
they're saying
sure.
they don't know how much it's going to be in New York. Most Broadway shows are running about $10 million right now. Spider-Man was 65.
60 or 67.
75,
Yeah. So they're thinking that this is going to be up there, and I just don't understand why. Why would you bring King Kong to Broadway
For
for
the tourists.
$70 million?
For the tourists.
That's
Go see it.
no. Oh,
They will. I didn't mean to
Breaks
be
my heart.
hateful, but it looks awful.
it.
I won't ever see it. So.
Well, that's not true because you're gonna have friends
I'll
working
just
on
go.
it.
I'm gonna go sit under my bridge and scare people.
Well, Anna Rosati says, I'm really curious to see how the show goes. I'm especially curious about the King Kong puppet they showed in the picture. It doesn't appear to have many fluid or moving parts, so perhaps spell check. So perhaps it will be animatronic or something of
We're
the
so
sort.
hateful
We are
this
so
week.
hateful. So far, I don't have super high expectations for the show, especially because it was compared to Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
they may have already
Good
lost
point.
half their audiences by
Good
comparing
point.
it to Spider-Man in the first place.
Yeah, or maybe they gained half their audience.
Who
I don't
knows?
know.
Maybe someone wants to watch another train wreck.
Well, that ends this segment of the News from the Real World podcast. I'm Quinn.
I'm Jess.
I'm Jody.
Join us for segment 2. They'll just think we're wearing the same thing.
We haven't showered
2 weeks in
since
a
last
row.
week.
We haven't showered. We've been stuck here in the sound
Just can't shower.
same clothes, but we are without food or sustenance, but we still feel beholden to bring you.
But we have
news from
internet.
the